That's your good energy for the day, so use it, right? Hello, hello. My name is Selena. I'm saving us, and today I want to talk very quickly about fasting. Fasting is a tool. It's a beautiful tool that'll take you so deeply into yourself in a journey of healing and really exposing things that have been either dormant or in the darkness within yourself. Fasting in itself is a catalyst to expansion, to growth, and to simplicity. Fasting is something that I kind of intuitively came across, and I didn't have too much education on it, but I just knew that it resonated with my spirit. And my favorite thing about fasting, I'll put maybe 2 to 3 things. The first thing is it taught me so much discipline. Not only in the physical body with the hunger, but mental and spiritual. The second thing is that it taught me how little we fucking need, yo. We are so obsessed with just always feeding our needs and our wants and our pleasures and the ego. We're so obsessed with feeding ourselves, and this has to do with food. And when I fast, it's so much more than just fasting from food, it's fasting from the things that I feel that I need. And along my journey of fasting, I really ended up in a space where I don't need anything in the times when I fast. So fasting is an ancient medicine. It is something that can cure all disease of the mental, of the physical, of the spiritual. This is something that our ancestors have been doing. Animals do it when they're sick. They don't eat. They just lay down and rest until their sickness is gone. So I've practiced a few different fasting techniques. I've done water fasting, I've done dry fasting, I've done fruit fasting, I've done juice fasting, and I've done herbal fasting. Each of these serve a different purpose regarding what you want your end result or what your intention is. So I'll very quickly touch on each of them and what they've done for me and why I did them. So when I had first started my fasting journey, I didn't really have intention. I just knew that it resonated with me and it was something that I wanted to start doing in my life. So my first fast ever was a fruit fast, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3-day mono fruit fast on citrus. So when you're doing a mono fruit fast, you are allowing yourself to eat one fruit or one category of fruit. So for example, you can do a citrus fast where you're only going to be eating oranges, grapefruits, pomelos, clementines, anything citrusy, lemon water. You can do a melon fast where you're eating watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. I think even papaya is a melon. So those are a few examples. My intention in doing this was to focus on getting rid of mucus in my body. So when I had first started fasting, my intention was definitely physical cleansing. Then my next fast, I kind of opened my mind into the understanding that fasting is a very spiritual thing. It builds so much endurance and resilience within your mental. So I began connecting to the full moon and the new moon as a really amazing time to set intention and to release and then bring in the new. So I began fasting every full moon and every new moon. And in these times, in the beginning I did water fast. So I would only drink water and herbal tea for the whole day. And in this time, I would be setting a specific intention. I would be journaling. I would be very introspective. When you're fasting, the world becomes very silent and you become very still. I don't really recommend fasting in a workplace or fasting if you're having a busy, hectic day. Fasting is a form of self-care and you really need to give yourself time to be at peace and really go inside. So when I fast on these full and new moons, I usually set a specific intention as to what I'm releasing and what I'm bringing in. And I started out water fasting, and then I built my way up to dry fasting. So a water fast, you're only going to be consuming liquids for the whole day. This is either distilled water, purified water, spring water, and you can do herbal teas. I like to do cleansing, purification, or herbal teas like burdock root, milk thistle, red raspberry. I have kidney cleanse specific blend that I'll do. But then when you get comfortable with water fasting, you want to try out dry fasting. Dry fasting is consuming absolutely nothing the whole day. So I personally dry fast and I clean. I always have some like interesting intention of like when I'm cleaning my space, I'm cleaning my inside, and it keeps me very focused. It keeps my attention on a specific task where I'm doing a cleanse, a physical, spiritual, mental, external, internal cleanse. Dry fasting, you're not drinking any water, you're not eating any food, nothing is going in your mouth besides air. That is a huge thing with fasting. All I want to add in as well is breathing. Breathing allows your body to break down everything and facilitate the process of like just being empty and clean. Breathing is the foundation of us. You know, we would not be alive if we did not breathe, obviously. But breathing, it allows you to use alchemy to take that hunger and create it into nutrients in the body. What I've really learned about fasting is how little we need. I remember growing up always thinking you need 3 meals a day, you need your snacks, eating for boredom, eating for emotional attachment, but fasting has really taught me just to be minimal. Less is more, you know? Am I eating because I'm bored, or am I eating because I'm actually hungry? I need to nourish my body. There's a really big difference between that, but it's a very fine line. And it's tapping into not feeding your wants and your needs and your pleasures in those times and seeing what comes out of that. So fasting has allowed me to become more creative. It has allowed me to know myself better, to express more clear, to tap deeper into meditation. There's something so beautiful about fasting and meditation where you can go really deeply into yourself, and it's a lot easier to tap into that silent place within you, because when we're eating all the time, our body is consistently working to digest and break down the food. And when we're eating all day, snacks in between, getting a smoothie, getting a coffee, like always putting something in our body is always doing work. When we're not putting anything in our body for extended amounts of time, our body is allowed to completely do the task that it needs to do. All the digestive enzymes go through our blood and it cleans out all the toxicity. Our liver, our gallbladder, those are huge components in our system and detoxifying. And when we're constantly eating, we just build up so much shit into our liver, into our gallbladder, into our spleen, everything, and it becomes a toxic environment. But when we fast, we allow the body to breathe and relax and do its job. So when you're fasting, definitely breathe. Go on YouTube and just look up breath work, like 10-minute breath work. Journal. Use your journal to write how you feel, any symptoms, anything you're going through, and your intention. And then the last thing would be listen to your body, you know? Really tune inwards and see if you can connect to like a deeper source of knowledge and of intuition within your own body to know what exactly needs healing, to know how long to go. And just be very wise. Be very wise when you're fasting. Don't try to jump into don't try to jump into this type of lifestyle or practice just because it's a trend, you know? Do it because you actually want to do it and you want to heal yourself. Fasting will definitely teach you a lot about yourself. Like how in control are you of yourself? Fasting will definitely show you that. Fasting will show you, like, can you shut off your mind? Can you tell yourself, like, shut the fuck up, I don't need that? Can you breathe past those parasites screaming? Oh, that's another thing. Fasting is amazing for killing parasites. This is a little map that I think would be a nice guide for someone starting off with fasting. So you start with a fruit fast. This fruit fast is going to be you eating any type of fruit you want from 1 to 5 days. So any fruit as much as you want for 1 to 5 days. Second phase would be a mono fruit fast. So this would be picking one type of fruit and eating that from anywhere from 3 to 5 days. Second phase would be a water fast. So this is you're only consuming liquids, would be water, herbal tea. I would do this from 1 to 3 days, depending on how comfortable you are. And then the last phase would be a dry fast. Dry fasting is eating nothing, drinking nothing. I would do this for 1 to 2 days. Do this once a month. Pick one. Start with the fruit fast. next month mono fruit fast, next month water fast, next month dry fast. And watch how you can build your psyche, you can build your discipline, you can build your mental resilience. And it cleanses your body, it cleanses everything. It's a really beautiful practice and technique, and it shows you so much about the external world, because when you're fasting you really become so inward and quiet when you see so much loudness going on, and you see how much, like, I remember I went fasting, I went to the mall, and I was just watching people like stuff their face, like coming together to eat. And I know that's such a social thing, but I feel like we are worth so much. We're not worth, I shouldn't say that. We can do so much more with our time than just coming together to eat and shit. Even though there's so much beautiful energy and ceremonial things within that, but as a whole, we eat a lot more than we need to eat. Yeah, I think that's a takeaway from this video. Fasting shows you how much you eat, how much you think about eating, how much you think that you need to eat, and how much you think you need to give yourself. And ultimately you just need to give yourself fucking peace and time to breathe and sit with yourself and journal. So yeah, if you guys are interested in fasting, please send me a message. I would love to help you out. I'd love to give you some information and some pointers. And fasting is for so much more than just yourself, you know. Fasting will affect your external world. It'll teach you a lot of things just about nothingness, you know, the beauty in nothingness. There's an infinite amount of knowledge that comes with that. So namaste, much love, many blessings. Follow me on Instagram, SGITT_, and have a blessed, beautiful day.